Once you have developed a business idea, then you need to conduct what is known as feasibility studies. See, feasibility studies are nothing but a study wherein you see the viability of the product. So, if I have to define feasibility study, I'll define it as a controlled process for identifying the problems and the opportunities, determining the objectives, describing the situations, defining successful outcomes, and assessing the range of cost and benefit associated with several alternatives for solving a problem. What does this mean? Don't get really bothered about such a huge definition. In simple terms, I'm seeing if the business idea is viable enough to be taken further or not. If I'm using my resources for this business idea or this project, how much money I'm going to earn, because as I told you, resources are less. Like I gave you an example of 10 products. If you have 10 products in mind which you can develop, you cannot spend money on all the 10 resources because you would be having limited funds or limited money. So you need to find out the best one on which you can invest your money or other resources. So feasibility studies help you in identifying which one is the best out of the 10 ideas or 10 products you have. Now, how does feasibility study helps? It helps in listing in detail the things which are required to make the business work. First thing, it helps you in identifying the logistical and other business related problems and solution. It helps you to develop the marketing strategy to convince a bank or an investor to consider the business and invest money into it or give loan to us. It serves as a solid formulation for developing their business plan, and it helps in finding out ways which are cost effective to do a business. So remember, feasibility study helps you in seeing whether the project is viable or not, whether you can go to an investor and convince him through this study that your project will generate the required returns. As such, you can develop the marketing strategies accordingly. You can understand what would be the requirements for the business in terms of the logistical, and you will also be able to see the problems and solutions which can arise in business. So first thing is, you will see what are the requirements of business as such in terms of finance and other resources. Then you will see what would be the logistical and other business related problems for which you need to find out a solution. You need to find out cost effective. It also helps you in finding out cost effective ways to do a business. Okay. Now what are the types of feasibility study? See, the first one is market feasibility. What do I do with that? I will study the future anticipated market. So I'll anticipate a future market. I'll study about that market. I'll see what is the potential of my product out there, what kind of competition I'll face in that market when I launch my product, what are the projections in terms of sales, and who would be my potential buyers. So basically I'm studying about the market as such. Let's say you want to sell a typical pen which has a market in terms of students. It is a cost effective pen which you have come out with, a very low priced pen. So when you are doing a market feasibility study, you will see who would be your consumers as such. So potential buyers, as I told you, you will try to see if these potential buyers turn out into customers, then what would be the sales projection. Now you will try to see in the market who are the people who are going to compete with you, who are the other sellers of similar kind of product, and you will see what is the potential this pen has in terms of giving you profits. The next is your technical feasibility. See, sometimes we come out with a product or a service where we need to find out how we need to deliver that product or service. Is it feasible technically to produce that product profitably and then sell it in the market or not? Then comes your financial feasibility. Here I study how much capital I will require to develop the business idea into a product or service. What would be the sources of funds? Should I go to investor or should I go to bank? If yes, if I am going to bank, what would be the cost of funds? If I am going to investor, how much I will have to pay him in terms of dividend? Organizational feasibility here would define the legal and the corporate structure of the business. You need to, as we had learned in business studies, you need to see what kind of business you are doing to define whether a sole proprietorship would be good enough or you need to open a company. So depending on the idea you have and what product you're planning to develop, you will have to do a organizational feasibility, which will help you in determining the legal and the corporate structure of your business. Now let's see some features of feasibility study. See, it is a process to see if the idea is feasible, and if yes it is, how it is going to work. Now a comprehensive feasibility study will look out at the entire structural needs and the operations of a business as such. Limited or project feasibility studies looks at one specific task, program, idea or problem as such. When it comes to feasibility study, they look at both the sides. They consider the advantages or disadvantages of the idea as such. They troubleshoot potential problems. See, if I am evaluating an idea and if I see a problem, then a feasibility study will help me how the problem can be solved. Okay, so a potential problem solver can be done or problem can be solved using feasibility studies. Remember, this is different from business plan. We learn in the next video as such what is a business plan, but this is not a business plan. This only serves as a foundation for developing a business plan as such. Now, when I am talking about marketing or market feasibility study, remember it is not a marketing plan, but here in market feasibility I'll just study which markets can be entered, what are the potential out there, how it can be used to support or develop a marketing plan. Now, in addition to a business plan, an investor or a lending institution like a bank or a financial institution requires submission of a feasibility plan before they are considering the request for capital, because they want to see how the entrepreneur has worked out in terms of feasibility of their business idea.